Mark McKinnon, you've been a passionate advocate for sane and humane immigration policy for decades. Love for you to start. Just where do you think we are as a nation in grappling with the new Trump policies and on this particular case of the gentleman sent to El Salvador? Thank you for joining.
Thanks, Mark. This issue has been such a long arc for the country, obviously, but for me personally, I was attracted to George W. Bush because of his compassionate conservative message and his really warm embrace of immigrants. But he recognized problems in the system and he committed to reforming the immigration system. And that was part of the 1999-2000 campaign. And he campaigned on that idea, embracing the idea of immigration reform, even though a lot of people warned him not to. But he did it. He said, that this is something I believe needs to be done, and it'd be good for us, good for the country, good for our values. And it's interesting to note that now, almost, well, a quarter of a century later, nothing, there's been no progress. In fact, in many ways, we've gone backwards a lot. And while I'm pretty passionate, I'm pretty, I'm probably further left than a lot of Democrats on this issue, generally speaking. I do think that the Democrats abandon the playing field on this issue. It is a problem. I mean, you can't deny that it's a problem, that it's a significant problem. And Donald Trump, that was the first thing that came out of his mouth, and it's the last thing that will probably come out of his mouth before he exits the stage, if he ever does. But he made it clear that it's something that he cares about, and he's passionate about. And the fact is that people do care about this issue. And I think that Democrats made a horrible mistake by just ignoring it completely, by not even acknowledging that there was an issue, by never going to the border. So I think they handed Republicans and Trump an issue and just abandoned the playing field. And I think that was I think it was a mistake, not just strategically and politically, but I think it was the wrong thing to do. But I will say this current issue is it's an electric issue, man. There's a lot of voltage, and it is for a reason because there's so much passion on both sides.
Yeah.
And I will just say, generally speaking, that I recognize the politics of this issue, and I think that the Trump administration 100% understands the politics of this issue, and that they really have so much latitude here to do whatever they want. And if they're going to test executive authority, this is the issue to do it on because they have so much support from most Americans on the issue, generally speaking. So now the legality of it, I have a ton of questions about, and I do think that if there's going to be an Andrew Jackson moment, I think this could be the one. Jackson being the one time who defied the Supreme Court. And we'll see. But if Trump inside Trump world, they really think that there is a inevitable collision with the Supreme Court, this might be where it happens.